Boom shakalaka, what is up everybody? Randall from Crypto Love here, and today I put together an episode for you on the top 5 safest long-term cryptocurrencies that you might want to have in your portfolio for the long term. Now, I did more than just give you a top 5 list. I actually gave you what I think is probably the top 5 list, and then I gave you exactly what I'm doing. So you'll have an idea to look at both of them, contrast, compare, find out exactly what works for you. Now, before we get started, guys, I just want to say thank you so much to everyone subscribing out there. Guys, warming up my heart. Thank you. Thank you to everyone mashing on that like button. Also, guys, if you want to find out how to win a Ledger Nano S for free, I give one away every Tuesday at our late night live stream. Stay tuned for that. And lastly, guys, this spring break, we are having a Crypto Love spring break cruise. It's a 4-day cruise to the Bahamas. Go to cryptolove.com/cruise to sign up or get more information. You have to sign up by January 5th if you want to go on this. So take a look at that. Now, let's get started. All right, to begin with, guys, CoinMarketCap, this is like my home. It's not my homepage yet. I still use Google as my homepage, but this should be my homepage. I go here more often than I actually use Google. It's crazy. Now, the top 5 cryptocurrencies. Let's get started. Number 1, it should be no surprise to anyone. Bitcoin. All right? The only reason why cryptocurrencies exist right now, because of Bitcoin. The only reason why most people find out about cryptocurrencies, because of Bitcoin. All right? Bitcoin is the king. The number one, the first, the top one. Literally, guys, the episode could be ended right here. If you just buy Bitcoin and hold that, that is the safest long-term cryptocurrency to hold. Period. Bar none. If you guys don't believe me, okay? If you don't believe me, go back and watch this episode here right above my head. Live stream with Bite-Sized Bitcoin, the Doge Lord. We talk about that. 1 Bitcoin is your trip to the moon. You get 1 Bitcoin, you hold 1 Bitcoin, that is your trip to the moon. Make sure you watch that live stream, okay? We had a fun time. It was really awesome. I feel like we give a lot of value to people. So, Bitcoin's the original, okay? Back in 2009, Satoshi Nakamoto came out with this, and this is what started it all. I mean, back then, Bitcoin it didn't even have a value initially, and now it's built up. Now, right now, there's talk about how it's slow and, this and that and whatever. It's not Satoshi's vision and blah, 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 blah. Well, guess what? It's a store of value nowadays. I mean, you're not going to go pay with Bitcoin. You'll go pay with something else. You'll get one of those credit cards and pay with that. Bitcoin is a store of value. It is digital gold. It is a new asset class. It's digital gold. For that deserves place number 1 on the top 5 cryptos for long-term holding. Now, the second one, Ethereum. All right, you guys didn't think I'd mention that because I poo-poo all over Ethereum all the time, but let's talk about Ethereum, okay? Ethereum is a decentralized application platform. Right now, a lot of popularity. A lot of other projects are built on top of the Ethereum network, but we're seeing scalability issues with Ethereum. Ethereum has some ideas for how to deal with that, things like Raiden network to help with the scalability, but right now, I mean, just look at the CryptoKitties episode I did. It's slow. It's painful to work on Ethereum. I think as soon as something comes out that's faster, everybody's going to use it, and there's a lot of projects that are on the heels. But for the time being, Ethereum is a big one. There's a lot of projects built on it. It's probably going to be there for a while longer. All right, so this would also be one on the top 5 safest. Next one is Litecoin. I really like Litecoin. I like the team. I like the project. Charlie Lee, I think he is a great person behind Litecoin. And really, it's a coin that's meant where everybody could get in the game. That was the original concept behind it back in the day. But it's a fast transactional currency. They have the atomic swaps. They have the Lightning Network coming out. So all of those things are really setting Litecoin up. Now, recently, Litecoin has some huge pumps. It went from like $40 to $247 in the past month. Is that sustainable? I don't exactly know, but I think over the long term, Litecoin is one of the safe ones to hold. And here, website, everything like that. Now, the next one, this one, Bitcoin Cash. All right. Now, Bitcoin Cash, affectionately termed Bcash, that's what we'll call it for the rest of this episode, Bcash. All right. Now, this is a fork of Bitcoin. So you guys, yesterday there was another fork of Bitcoin, SegWit2x. This was a fork of Bitcoin that happened on August 1st, I think it was. But basically, this is a faster transactional currency of Bitcoin. That's the idea behind it. Supposedly fast transactions, all that stuff. And the website, they talk about peer-to-peer electronic cash, the best money in the world, all that stuff. Now, I don't want to talk too much more about Bcash because I think that would be wasting your time. But the reason I chose those as the top 4 is because of Coinbase. Now, Coinbase right now has over 13.3 million users. That's enormous. More users than pretty much any stock type of thing. Because of that, these are the 4 easiest cryptocurrencies for anybody to get access to. And because of that, I think that those are going to be 4 of the safest long-term ones because people can get them. The more people that buy them, the higher the price goes, the safer it is because there's more people using it, more people believing in the idea that this cryptocurrency is valuable. However, guys, I just want to bring something up. In terms of the top 4, I would like to remove Bcash from that. All right, so top 3, definitely Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin. Let's remove Bcash. You know why? Because the person who is the figurehead of Bcash, basically the CEO of it, basically the person in charge of it, just recently accused of insider trading. Okay, right before Bcash was listed on Coinbase, there was someone who bought a huge amount of it. All right, the only way they could have known that is insider trading, and he says that's a non-crime. That's not a big deal. Also, previously, there was a pump and dump where Bcash went from $600 to about $1,600 due to a large pump and dump. So, basically market manipulation, completely illegal in traditional investments. Right now, because cryptocurrencies aren't regulated, yeah, it's off the books. But in my opinion, this is completely illegal. And really, do you want to have a joker behind a $45 billion cryptocurrency? I mean, doesn't that really bring a lot of things into mind? I mean, it's no coincidence that he kind of looks like Steve-O, all right? But anyways, guys, I'm sure you'll post a whole bunch of troll comments. I'm not talking about the idea behind Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash. Yeah, Bitcoin Cash, great transactional currency. But do you really want someone like this as the CEO, as the figurehead? I don't think so. It's really ridiculous, everything that's going on there. Now, guys, since Bcash is no longer part of it, we need a replacement. And what better cash than digital cash, right? Dash. If we take a look at digital cash, this is the original cash version of a cryptocurrency, okay? Meant for fast transactions, has some privacy, has master nodes, and really, when there was the whole squabble between Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash, look at what happened with the price of Dash. People all of a sudden put their trust into Dash because they said, hey, this can be a really good cryptocurrency. It has a very strong community. It's been around for a long time. And really, it is a great transactional cash. I would not be opposed to this completely replacing Bcash. That would be amazing. All right. And finally, the last one would be Ripple. Now, it makes me sick to my stomach to have to say this one because Ripple's the banks. But there are banks in the world. Chances are they're not going away. Okay, banks came about back in the day when people had gold bars and they wanted someone to put their gold bars in a safe. And then these people said, hey, while I'm holding it there, I can just loan it out and make some money off of it. So that's how banks basically started. Well, because people don't want to be responsible for their money, because they don't want to be responsible for holding their own Bitcoin, there's going to be banks. All right? And if you can't beat them, join them. I learned that from Looney Tunes back in the day. So might as well just have a little bit of Ripple just for, just in case. But, it's the banks. Whatever. It makes global payments all across the world with the banks. I'm not going to talk too much about that. So, guys, in terms of the top 5 cryptos, safest cryptos for long term, for most people, this is what they would be. In this order: Bitcoin, Dash, Litecoin, Ripple, Ethereum. Why do I have Ethereum all the way at the bottom? Because I think it's probably going to be replaced in the next year or so. But for the time being, yeah, these are the top 5. Now, you guys may have been waiting to see what I'm doing because I am not holding all of those, all right? I believe that there are I believe in some projects that are not listed there because I've done a lot of research in the projects and the teams, and I really believe in what they have coming up. So let's take a look at those. First one, no surprise, Bitcoin. Yes, Bitcoin, okay? I believe in Bitcoin. I believe Bitcoin is a ride to the moon. I know I'm here because of Bitcoin, okay? It was because of Bitcoin I found out about cryptocurrencies. So yes, people talk about Bitcoin being $1 million. They don't talk about other cryptocurrencies being $1 million. They say it's the next biggest Bitcoin. Well, guess what? It's Bitcoin, okay? I don't know how many times I have to say Bitcoin here, but yeah. So you guys get it. Yes, Bitcoin. There we go. Number one. So that made both lists. Okay, guys? If you do not have Bitcoin, get some freaking Bitcoin. Come on, there's only 21 million in the world. Like, if there were 21 million gold bars in the world, wouldn't it make sense for you to hold one of those 21 million? And you can still get it at pretty reasonable prices. The next one, guys, is Neo. Now, Neo is amazing. All right? In case you don't believe me, you have to go and watch one of the Neo live streams that I do with Blockchain Brad and Tyler from Chico Crypto. I mean, Neo is a whole entire ecosystem. All right? And it's mostly based in Asia right now, but guess what? Asia is way ahead of us in terms of technology and also in terms of investing markets, things like that. And Neo has so much. I could spend a whole episode talking about Neo itself and everything that it has, but basically, the smart economy is basically aiming to put everything on this blockchain. Digital assets, digital identity, smart contracts, everything. And they have a really good team with Da Hong Fei. There a lot of stuff in the works. So I still think this is a great time to get into Neo, and I definitely see this for the long term. Not only that, guys, but basically you buy Neo and you hold your Neo in either the Neon wallet or on Binance Exchange or on a Ledger Nano S. And guess what? You get rewarded with Neo gas, which is the gas that powers the ecosystem. All right? Well, you can then sell that gas and buy more Neo. It is the ultimate self-reinforcement loop. It is a passive incomer's wet dream because you hold it and then you keep accumulating more, which will then accumulate more. It is amazing. All right? I can't believe this one is not in more people's portfolios, but yes, this one is incredible. Now, the next one I want to talk about. This one's one of my personal favorites for anyone who watches the channel. You guys obviously know Lisk. Yes, Lisk. I talk about Lisk all the time because Lisk is based off of getting user adoption. There are so many cryptocurrencies out there, so many blockchains, so many platforms, all these different things. Well, which ones are going to be the biggest ones? The ones who get the most user adoption, all right? And Lisk is based off that. Why? Because they make it super simple. They chose the most common programming language in the world, called JavaScript, to build their platform on. And they make it super simple. Now, right now, the price of Lisk is so low because they haven't come out with their software development kits. So they don't have the decentralized applications on there yet. But February 20th, they're having a rebranding, relaunch, and most likely software development kit drops. And then I think at that time it's going to explode. So that would be the next one. After that, EOS. All right, now this one has exploded recently. Okay, not too long ago, a couple months ago, it was 50 cents. Now it's a little less than $10, and I still think it's a steal. All right, EOS is basically another platform, competition for Ethereum, probably going to blow Ethereum out of the water. Okay, started by Dan Larimer, who also did BitShares and Steemit. All right, if you go use Steemit, you wouldn't even know you're on the blockchain. And EOS has scalability at the very core of it. So the very, very beginning deals with scalability. So there's not going to be scalability issues with this. Guys, I think this is another one that when it comes out, and Dan Larimer did an interview with the Dollar Vigilante where he says everything is ahead of schedule. When this comes out, the price is going to skyrocket. Okay, I really think that this one has the potential for blowing Ethereum out of the water. Lastly, guys, Zcoin. Now, this one is not a platform. This one is actually a privacy coin. But I think that having your privacy is pretty darn important. And if I was to use a privacy coin, I think this is the one that I would use for a couple reasons. One, because I think it's a great store of value. I mean, look at how low this circulating supply is. 3,700,000. All right, very low circulating supply. But also the type of privacy that they do. They use a zero coin protocol where each coin is minted brand new. So it has absolutely no history on it. Okay? Each coin, brand new, you mint it, spend it, repeat it. That's it. No history, complete privacy. And I like this one for the privacy features, two, because of the low circulating supply. So that can definitely impact the price, can make the price shoot up quite a bit. So guys, in terms of my top 5 cryptos for the long term, these are them: Bitcoin, Neo, Lisk, EOS, and Zcoin. And just to show you guys that my money is where my mouth is, here is my portfolio. All right, right now about 45% Bitcoin, 20% Lisk, 10% Neo, 5% Zcoin, and 20% speculation. Speculation includes EOS, some other things. Just so you guys know, I'm not sponsored by any of these coins to say this. This is my own money that I put into them and my own beliefs in these coins. Now, that being said, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a guru. I'm not some type of mystic that knows the future. I don't, okay? I wish I did. If I did, I would be like a billionaire already. But I don't, okay? So these are just all speculation. But I do think that these projects have a really good future ahead of them. Now, you guys, if you made it this far, you probably want that Ledger Nano S. So all you have to do is go to crypto-love.com/ledger. You can enter to win, where I give one away every Tuesday at the late night live streams. Also, guys, if you want to join me on that 4-day spring break cruise to the Bahamas, all right, we're just going to be hanging out on the cruise every day for a couple hours. We'll sit down together and talk crypto, but the rest of the time we can just hang out, have fun, talk cryptos, do whatever, you know? That's what it's there for. Enjoying what we're doing in the world. Go to crypto-love.com/cruise. You can sign up. Make sure you need to sign up by January 5th. And then I just want to say, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. And thank you for being here. I mean, it means a lot to me to have this community here. I jump out of bed in the morning, super excited, super stoked, just to be able to contribute to the world. That's more valuable than any money could ever be, just being able to make a difference in people's lives. So thank you for letting me do that. I will see you guys next time. I hope you like this episode, and peace.